The left continue to play down the attempts on Donald Trump's life, and they're continuing their dangerous, inflammatory rhetoric, trying to paint the former president as evil, a modern-day Hitler, a threat to democracy, and worse. Here is White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre earlier today.
President Biden has been clear-eyed about the threat that the former president represents to our democracy. He's been clear-eyed about that.
Joining me now is Critical Dynamics Director of Law Enforcement Training, Keith Hanson. Keith, thank you for your time. Is the rhetoric we are hearing from the Democrats directly responsible for the attempts on Donald Trump's life?
Oh, no. I mean, it's completely disconnected. I mean, we're all intelligent enough to know, especially the mentally defective people, the leftists of the United States are certainly smart enough to understand that, we're dealing with an intellectually superior class here. So they speak in metaphors that the average person just can't really understand. So when they talk about crosshairs, they're not really talking about rifle crosshairs. And when they call him Hitler, they're not really implying that, he's responsible for the death of 6 million people. We just can't comprehend. And you remember, it was Nancy Pelosi who said about Barack Obama, he's so intelligent that the vast majority of us really cannot begin to grasp or appreciate the depths of his intelligence. So I think it's just us, sub-intellectual peons that are just, misinterpreting the words of these incredibly intelligent leaders and acting unaccordingly. So there's no connection there at all. Sorry for the sarcasm.
The fact that the suspect. I appreciate the sarcasm.
But it's one of those things. Like we have to at least take a sarcastic approach to this here, because I mean the truth of the matter is that this is vile, this is reprehensible, it is evil. And yes, to answer your question in a very serious way, I do believe that the Democrats and the progressive left in the United States is directly responsible for the uptick in violence. And this has been going on. This inflammatory, incendiary, violent rhetoric has been going on since Donald Trump first descended that elevator or escalator in the Trump Tower in 2015. He has been targeted. He has been slandered. He has been maligned. He has been threatened. And the mentally defective left in this country takes that as a direct marching order. We've seen it once in Butler Township. We've seen it twice in Florida. And I have to be honest with you, unless we really start getting serious about protecting this man and other representatives, elected representatives in this country or candidates, we're going to see a lot more of this.
Well, I fear what would happen to the country if one of these attempts was successful. The suspect in this second assassination attempt has social media posts that are word for word what we are hearing from the Democrat leadership, just supporting what you've just said about this rhetoric and how it can inflame people who are not mentally sound.